hate that bitch. I want to cut her face.
Okay, hey y'all, don't mind my face mess, honey. I got this avocado and this turmeric powder on my skin right now, honey. I need my dark spots to lighten up. So yeah, honey, that's what's going on. Get into it. I don't care. I'm chilling. I'm home. It's laundry day. Girl, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so I'm about to tell y'all a little story time about this time I went to Puerto Rico with my homegirl for a girls trip for her birthday. So my homegirl hit me up because it was her birthday or whatever. She knew it was coming up, so she was like, would you like to go? I'm like, yeah, girl, I want to go. Like, this is Puerto Rico. I never been. Like, girl, what's tea? What's good? How much money do you need? You know?
Money ain't a thing, throw it out like rice.
So she tells me all the little details or whatever. So days leading up closer, the people who I guess that she had all planned coming for her birthday, they all didn't, you know, put their money towards, you know, I should go and bitches be like, I'm going. Then it's time to go. Everything don't fall through, everybody don't come. You know, cool, that's that. That's regular shit. So she was like, see if your other homegirl wanna come. So I'm like, yeah, those two are mutual friends, you know, they cool. So I'm gonna call my friend Tater Tot. That's who I invited to the trip. The friend whose birthday it is, I'm gonna call her Courage. So Courage was like, see if Tater Tot wanna come, you know. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see if Tater Tot wanna come. So Tater Tot like, yeah, girl, just like the fuck me, like, bitch, what the fuck, like, how much do I need? So we get all in the group chat and shit. And that's when Courage was like, her homegirl is coming because her and the girl went on a trip before and everything was cool. So she was like, girl, I'm coming, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Cause mind you, I'm gonna call this girl Big Worm. Big Worm. If you know who Big Worm is from Friday, then yeah, that's this bitch. So anyway, Big Worm birthday was gonna be that Friday, and then on that Saturday, it was gonna be Courage's birthday. So that's why they was like, oh, they weren't going on a trip together because they already had previously been on a trip together, and shit went smoothly. So yeah, so I was like, all right, the fuck, like, let's go. We all in the group chat, hype, you know, this and that. We talking about what we're gonna do when we get there. So we had planned that we was gonna go ride dirt bikes or whatever once we got there. So, you know, Courage was like, everybody get some, you know, beat up ass shoes, you know, so we can ride on the dirt bike. So I'm like, all right, you know, grab some cheap ass shoes from like Walmart, whatever, soft bottoms, you know, cheap ass shoes. So everybody had those kind of shoes ready for the trip and shit. And we were just gonna find, you know, stuff to do because it was gonna be all of our first time going to Puerto Rico. So that's when it comes up to the day to go. So that Friday, no. Okay, so we're gonna start on Thursday. So Thursday night, like, it was turning into Friday. So Courage and Big Worm, they flew out there before us. They flew together. They flew there around, their flight took off around like 11. They landed around like 2 something. Excuse me, I don't got COVID, but bitch still got clear throat. But anyway, so they left and caught their flight to Puerto Rico. So once they got there, they ended up having to check in early, and when you check in early, you gotta pay extra. So Courage paid for that, for her and Big Worm to check into the room early. Me and hours later that day, because you know they got there around late at night early in the morning Friday, late at night Thursday, if you get what I'm saying, like boom, bam. So me and Tater Side, we left around like 9:45 that morning, caught our flight to Puerto Rico, and we landed around like 2 something. So once we got there, you know, we all hyped and shit or whatever. We get back to the room and, you know, we changing and stuff so we can go out to the beach and go out to get drinks and stuff like that. We had this lady who we was using as like a taxi service or whatever. Like, she was taking us everywhere. Like, we would pay her or whatever, like a price, you know, since we were going to be using her for that whole duration of our trip. Mind you, we came down Friday. We was leaving that Monday. And Big Worm was the only one who basically stayed for a day and a half and then left. That was how long she was going to stay. So she came that Friday and left that Saturday. But I'll get to that whole situation in a film. We took the taxi lady services and we went to some restaurant. I can't remember what the restaurant was. And we only went to that restaurant because we met two guys. And they were like, you know, sisters, period. They were sisters. And they showed us around. They was like, girl, we got y'all. Follow us. We lead the way, honey. We come here all the time. We was like, okay, because, yeah, we need to know the deals, honey. We don't know where we're going. We don't want to get tricked by people. And it's always nice to see your kin folks around, you know, to help you when you're in places that are strange to you, you know. So they took us to this restaurant or whatever. We was in there. They wasn't really giving us good service and stuff. I think because one of the servers wasn't really like familiar with English, and their menus, it didn't have like prices on there. So mind you, we're not from Puerto Rico. We're not used to, you know, not seeing prices on the menu and stuff like that. So of course we want to ask because we don't want to get the bill and then be like, how much is this or blah blah blah, you know. So we're asking for help and stuff, and you know, they're assisting us. So that's when like, you know, I'm noticing like weird vibes like from the two guys or whatever. Mind you, they were from Houston. So I'm noticing weird vibes like they like ordering stuff like to where it's like I feel like they're gonna like get up and leave. Like, so I'm like, I don't know if I wanna order something else or not, because like we were over here. I'm not about to pay for nobody's stuff, honey. If y'all getting up to go, honey, let me know. Cause yeah, I'm gonna be out too. Like, I'm not about to sit here and pay everybody bill. No, I'm not. So that's what I was getting advice from them. So next thing you know, like they get up and just like walk out. So my other friends is like getting up to go out too. So I'm duh right behind them. Fuck is you talking about? We ended up running around some corner and we all like laughing and stuff, blah blah, busting it up. And that's when we ended up taking we called the taxi lady, and she ended up taking us back to the hotel room. Once we got back to the hotel room, we ended up going back to the room, changing into our bathing suits and stuff, and going to the hotel, because the hotel that we had, they had like the amenities. They had a nice pool and a bar side and all that stuff. So we went down there, we got drinks, and let me backtrack. On our way back from the restaurant and stuff, as we were going back into the hotel, we met these guys or whatever. Come to find out they were from Philly. So we're like, okay, we meeting more people, you know, even closer to, you know, where we from. So we ended up talking to them and all that. So that's when they was like, how long y'all gonna be out here, this and that, you know, type stuff like that. So we like, cause we always come to find out staying at the same hotel. So they was like, you know, it's nice to see people out here who, you know, from the same place we from, out here in the same time. So, you know, we'll look out for you, like, you know, type stuff like that. So we're like, okay, cool. So once we left the pool and everything, we ended up going back to the room, and we got dressed or whatever, like real cute heels, dresses. The only one who didn't get dressed or anything was Big Worm. Big Worm still had on the shoes that we were supposed to be wearing to go dirt bike riding. Mind you, she had those shoes on all day throughout everything that we did, and we never even went dirt bike riding. We actually never went dirt bike riding the whole time that we were there, but we were supposed to. But she was wearing them as if we were supposed to be going like out to ride them. Like, she was wearing them like they was just regular shoes, you know. So I'm like, okay, sweetie, but we out here in Puerto Rico, honey. I'm gonna have my toes out. I don't know about you, toes out, skin out, ass out, eyes out. I don't know, but everything's out and bracing the sun, this heat, and all that my money went towards, and that's on. But period. So yeah, we got dressed or whatever, heels, you know, dressed, you know. Everything was just tip top shape except for Big Worm.
Ooh. I'm invested in my body, bitch. I'm done up.
So she had on a pair of jeans, a regular shirt, and the shoes from the dirt bike. And you know, me and my friends was just suited and booted. So we all ended up going to Texas de Brazil. Mind you, it was connected to the hotel that we were staying into. So all we had to do was walk downstairs and then walk around the building and go inside. But at the same time, it was like a lot of walking when you wearing heels. Like, duh, like, honey, we're not wearing no kitten heels around here, honey. Yeah. So we got into the fucking restaurant, and we're sitting around waiting. We finally get seated, and once we all order our food, it's coming out or whatever, but I still ain't getting my food. So next thing you know, Big Worm is complaining about her food. Like, she like, oh, this is not enough. This wasn't what I was expecting it to be. You know, she's getting smart to the waitresses and stuff. She's like making rude, loud remarks and stuff. Mind you, we way across the fucking world, bitch. Like, I'm not about to have these people playing with my food. The fuck? Like, honey, you be talking to these people like that, honey? I don't even want them to bring my shit out the back. Like, keep that back there. Like, y'all not about to play my food. Mind you, Texas Day, Brazil, they're high. Like, they're really high, and about time that we got there, they weren't doing the like buffet thing where they come around with the big forks and stuff. I mean, I said forks, with the big knives with the meat on there. They weren't like still doing that. Like, we came around a time where basically we got seated, but they were going to give us to-go platters, like, for whatever that we ordered. So the stuff wasn't like, you know, that fresh or whatever, but it was cooked. Like, it was what they be usually serving. So she was complaining about her food, so I'm just like, okay, I don't want my shit either. Like, they're not gonna play my food. So we go to leave or whatever, and one of the waitresses, because they were like being so, you know, rude and stuff to the lady, she stuck her middle finger up. So that's when Courage went to go pull back like on the doors to the restaurant, and that was locked. So that's when they was like going back and forth with the lady or whatever, like, you know, fuck you, like, you know how I be when you working with people. But yeah, the lady never got to come out the door, honey. The other people was holding her back. So we ended up going back to the room, and we went into, back into the hotel. I said back into the room. We went back into the hotel, and mind you, they have like a little convenience store or whatever, like one-stop shop, you know, little sandwiches, you know, wings, little stuff like that you can order there. So we ended up ordering from their little stand or whatever, and we ended up seeing the guys again that we had met that was from Philly. So they was like, do y'all want to smoke or whatever? So we was like, yeah. So they had a hookah thing, so we ended up going back to the room. We smoked the hookah and stuff, drank the bottles, and that's when they was like, they want to smoke some weed, but they was like, they don't want to smoke the weed inside the room and stuff. So that's when we ended up going out by the hotel room. We ended up smoking with them or whatever. But none of the guys was like coming at Big Worm. Like, nobody was like talking to her or whatever. So I don't know if she like felt this type of way or whatever, but like she just kept trying to like crack jokes with the guys or whatever. And one of the guys, like, he was just like, for all the dumb shit, because mind you, if you know Philly niggas love the bid. Like, they're gonna grind you the fuck up.
You too old for that shit.
You don't take them fucking joke boxes off.
You look at the jail box here, you don't like shit.
I'm telling
What are these
these swimming trunks. Swimming trunks. They cost more than you. I'm paying up though, shorty. I bet $100. You gotta do these days in your rug. Look,
They said let's go to the bathroom.
bring your drawers back right now.
You real,
I guarantee
you real, right? Let's go. You real, right? Let's go.
Quarterback.
So that's when we was like it's over. Like, the whole night is over. So we ended up going back to our rooms and stuff like that. And that was a night there. That was just over. Like, so that Friday was Big Worm's birthday, and that Saturday was Courage's birthday. So Saturday comes, and we wake up, and we catch the lady, the Uber taxi lady, to some place, some restaurant or whatever. We was gonna go out for breakfast, but breakfast turned into brunch. Like, it was going later on in the day. So we ended up going there. We got hella drinks and shit. We met these other girls from Philly. We met them, and we ended up linking up with them. They was like, y'all going to the beach? They like, yeah, we going to the beach. They had this bottle of Patron or whatever. We went with them. We got to live with them at the beach and shit like that. So that's when they was like, they was going out tonight. And they said that, you know, they gave us ideas on what to do too, because, you know, we didn't really have no ideas. Things was just like weird, like people cards was declining and stuff like that. Like, my friend Kurt, like, she's so funny. She kept on saying, do anybody need a loan? Like, do anybody need a loan? Because if you need a loan, it's fine. Like, I got you. Like, she's so funny. So, but we didn't need no loan for me and my friend Taylor's side. We didn't need no loan. We was cool. So, and that's when we ended up going back to the room, and we all went down to the pool again. And while we was at the pool, we got more drinks and stuff. And that's when we was noticing that Big Worm was like arguing back and forth with her boyfriend, but mind you, this whole time she was arguing with her boyfriend while we was at the beach, but we wasn't really paying attention because we was just like having fun. The fuck, like, bitch, I'm out here on this motherfucking beach in Puerto Rico, honey. I don't have time to be worried about what nobody else doing. So yeah, but once we was back in like the vicinity of where like you're able to focus more on other people's, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Where you're able to focus and observe who you're with, actions and emotions more when you're up close and personal in a more close and personal space, other than you being way over there and over there or whatever. So while we're at the bar, we noticed that she's not coming into the hot tub that's by the pool and the bar. Because we were all in there. She's sitting on the side of the hot tub on the phone arguing with her boyfriend, going back and forth with an attitude, this and that. Mind you, this whole time we've been drinking all day, like lit the fuck up. So we ended up going back to the room. And we got dressed because we was about to go out to some bar. No, not a bar. We was about to go to a rooftop club. So we all got dressed. We had on, did we put on heels that night? No. Thank God I did not put no heels on. I put on these cute little slides that I had. But thank God I did not put on no heels. But our outfits was cute. Like, we all was popping. My bitches, we came packed and ready to slay. But Big Worm, she was a hot ass fucking mess. You know, like, jealousy and envy, like, that comes out, that shows crystal clear through people actions and the way that they're acting and, you know, stuff like that. Like, it was just clear, like, it was a lot of jealousy and envy because we was the only ones popping tags and getting cute, and our hair was done, our toes was done, you know, nails done, stuff like that. Big Worm, like, she didn't have nothing new. She didn't pop no tags. She didn't have her nails done. She didn't have her hair done. She didn't have her toes done. Like, she just was there. Like, it was just like she came out there in limbo. And come to find out from Courage was like, Big Worm sold her car to come to Puerto Rico. I said, sold your car? Bitch, you sold your wheels. So come to Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, your Cash App card doesn't work out there. Like, you have to have a bank in order to slide your card. Like, honey, Cash App just ain't getting no movement out there in Puerto Rico. You think you're ready to travel out there with your Cash App card? You better not. Because you're not going to get far, babes. You're not. So she found that out the hard way because I guess she had money on her Cash App. I don't know, but she wasn't, you know, Cash Apping the friend who she came there with to, you know, get her stuff and all that. She wasn't doing that. So I don't know. That wasn't my friend, so I didn't really care about her financial troubles or what was going on with her because I know bitches wouldn't be looking out for me if it was. So anyway, we ended up taking the Uber taxi lady to the rooftop bar, and once we got there, like, we wasn't sure, like, this is our first time in Puerto Rico, so of course we're going to be looking around trying to figure stuff out and make sure we're in the right place. Like, mind you, we're lit. So we pull up to the place, and my friend Courage is like out the window. She like, is this the rooftop bar, blah, 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 to somebody? And the guy was like, yeah, this a club. So that's when we was like, okay, boom, we here. And Big Worm was like arguing with Courage, like, this is not the right place, blah, 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 blah. You got us out here. You don't even know where we at, blah, blah. We just like, girl, calm down. None of us know where we're at, but clearly we are the right place because we just asked these people and they said, this is the party, this is the bar. And when we go in there, it's clearly an elevator. So clearly we're at the right place, sweetie. But we need to know what floor we need to go on. What buttons we need to push. How much it's going to be. You know? You know what I mean? We got to ask those type of questions. Because we came prepared. But you know, you never know. So, alright. This is the door. This is the reception area over here to the right. And straight ahead of you to the right, again, is elevators. But you can see, like, it's all these people in the area. So we walk up the steps, and I'm walking straight back because I'm about to go ask people that's by the elevator, like, which floor do we go to? Are we in the right place? You know, like, you know, I'm about to get active, real social, because that's how I am. I'm a real social person. So, yeah. So as I'm about to go and do that, As I'm about to go ask those questions, all I hear out of nowhere is my friend Tater Tot yelling, "Stop! Stop! Get off of her!" I'm like,
Girl, what's going on? Girl.
what the hell? As soon as I turn around, I see my friend Courage on the ground, Big Worm on her, pulling her hair, punching her, and they just fighting. I don't know. But anyway, we managed to get them up, and we went outside because like it just caused the whole scene because like it's packed. Like, and when we went outside, it was even more packed than what the fuck it was when we got out of the taxi. So when we went outside, you would think that she would stop trying to fight her or something, you know, because you don't know what could happen. Like, we're out here in bumblefuck for real. Like, bitch, we out bumble. Bitch, I can't even name this block. Bitch, if somebody was to say, where you at? Bitch, I wouldn't even know what to say. Like, baby, y'all need to be on your best behavior. So that's when we got outside. Next thing you know, Big Worm is still trying to fight my friend. Like, so, you know, but they all grown. So, you know, I'm not about to get involved in all of that. You know, if they want to fight each other, let them fight. Because, you know, I was not there to see. I mean, I was not visually there to see, you know, who swung first or whatsoever. I just know I turned around and it was fighting. And we broke it up. And when we went outside, that's when she was still trying to fight her. But my friend is on the phone calling the Uber lady, like, come back or whatever and come get us because her hair was messed up. So she like, you know, like the whole thing is like over now. Like, I need to fix my hair. Like, I don't know how the fuck I look, you know, whatever. So next thing you know, as she on the phone, as she's about to get off the phone, that's when Big Worm start trying to fight her again. Like, really, like, fighting her in the middle. Like, it's all these people. I lied to y'all not. As soon as the fucking, oh, no. People was trying to record and shit. So I'm all lit trying to protect my friend. Like, arguing with people like, why the fuck is y'all recording? I would beat you the fuck up. You know, shit like that. Because don't play with my friend. Why the fuck is you recording her at her worst? Like, don't do her. So, yeah. That's when the Uber lady, taxi lady pulls up. I keep calling her the Uber lady, taxi lady. But yeah, whatever. So the lady pulls up and we get inside the van. As soon as we get in the van, y'all, like, I lied to y'all now. As soon as we slammed the little door shut and we all got in, mind you, Big Worm is still arguing with Courage and still trying to fight her. Courage is in the front seat. Big Worm is behind her. And I'm back there with Big Worm and me. It's me and Tater Tot. We back there. So that's when out of nowhere, our whole fucking van is surrounded by fucking police, like Puerto Rican police, like with mace, flashlights all pointing on us, guns. So I looked at the fucking Uber lady driver and I said, you better pull the fuck off. Pull off now. And she looked at me and she hit that gas and she pulled the fuck off. So once we ended up getting back to the hotel, before we could even pull the fuck up there so that the lady could hit a fucking break at the fucking hotel, Big Worm takes and start trying to fight Courage again. So they fighting in the van. We get out the van, me and fucking Tater Tot is trying to pull Courage out of the front seat, you know, cause Big Worm had her by her hair. She had her frontal on, and you know, she was trying to pull her by her hair, basically trying to fuck her hair up, cause her hair wasn't done. Like, it was just jealousy type shit. So that's when we went back inside the hotel, and that's when Courage was like, why'd you not stay here tonight, bitch? You gotta go tonight. You know, bitch, you not staying here. Like, bitch, you gotta go tonight. Literally, like, I'm gonna go fuck with you homeless. Like, bitch, you just trying to fuck my birthday up my hair. All that shit. Like, bitch, you gotta go. Bitch, you gotta go. Bitch, you gotta go. Bitch, you got to go. So, boom, we get inside the motherfucking hotel. And, we go up to the front desk or whatever. Like, I'm following my friend to make sure she's okay. So we go up to the front desk, and that's when she's explaining the whole situation that's going on. Mind you, they could see visually, you know, that something has happened to my friend or whatever. So she's letting them know, like, the girl that I came here with, you know, she's like attacking me. I don't want her in my room, blah, blah, blah. So they go to escort us up to the room so that Big Worm can get her luggage and she can get escorted out. So as we're going to the elevator door, Big Worm, me, and the security guard guy all went towards the elevator door. Now my friend Tater Tot, she's back still at the Uber lady, talking to her, like trying to pay for it, because we ended up just all rushing out of the fucking Uber thing that she didn't get to get paid or anything for her coming to pick us back up. So my friend Tater Tot is over there still handling that, but it's just like so much going on that I'm just like, oh shit, like where my friend at, you know, like type shit. But I was already inside the elevator, so that's when me and Courage had like realized that Tater Tot wasn't in there with us. We was about to like go back out of the elevator. Mind you, it's closing. So as we're going out, I already had the card like this in my hand. Like I don't know how to explain. I needed something smaller, but I had it in my hand like this because mind you, I'm drunk. So as I'm about to go out the door, I'm sliding through and my arm is like this. So that's when Big Worm snatches it out of my hand as the door is about to close. So I'm just like, girl, okay, like, you making a big deal like you bullied me out of this card or something when it was not even that, sweetie. You knew that you wanted to get back to the room before us, and you seized the opportunity as I was going out the door to grab the card. It wasn't like you bullied me like, bitch, give me the motherfucking card or I'm gonna whip your ass. It was not no type of shit like that. Like, bitch, you just happened to grab the card at the right time as we're all leaving out of the elevator by a chance. Once we got Tater Tot and everything, figured out what was going on with her, we ended up going back up there and getting escorted by the security guy, and we all went up there. And when we got back in the room, Big Worm had threw Courage's wings all over her food, all over her clothes and stuff. Threw barbecue sauce all in her clothes. She poured juice, like tried to throw like juice on our bed. So when we went in there, that's when she started arguing with Courage and trying to fight her again. They ended up fighting, and that's when the security people separated them and stuff. But she got escorted off the property by the cops, and that's when the actual front desk people came up to the door. They were telling us that she was outside on the phone calling, trying to get gas money to get to the airport. But they were telling us that she's been kicked off the property and she's trying to find her way to the airport as we speak. And they were talking to us. They were like, we know that y'all not the problem here. You know, I'm sorry that this happened to you on your birthday to my friend, you know, like trying to calm her down because she's really emotional. Like, you know, like this bitch just ruined your motherfucking birthday. Like, bitch, we just traveled across here. Matter of fact, you traveled with a bitch who you thought was your friend, and she just like ruined your whole birthday on some hate and jealous shit. Like, you really got to be careful who your friends are, and that really taught me a valuable lesson. Like, when other people aren't happy with their life, they will not wish no greatness on you. They don't want to see you do good. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you happy, more, especially more happy than them, and they doing bad. No, that just taught me a valuable lesson. So they were just like calming her down, letting her know it's going to be okay, that we're not going to all get put out. Now that she's off of the property, everything is fine, and they hope to be able to continue accommodating our stay while we're there. So we ended up going back in the room, and me and my friend Tater Tot, we ended up helping my friend Courage fix her hair and stuff. And like her hair was like really destroyed. Like, I felt so bad for her. It was just like, wow, like somebody who you really thought was your homegirl came out here on some jealous spirit shit and just tried to destroy everything for you and you as well. We ended up leaving that Monday, but once we got to the airport, it was so packed, y'all. Like, I lied to you not. Like, I caught my flight by a chance of that. Like, I literally caught my flight by like the luck of God, cause like, honey, the line was rat. Like, woo, baby, like, you better not go to no motherfucking Puerto Rico airport when you're trying to leave and think you ready to come there last minute and just hop on your flight like it's a breeze. Shit. You gonna be paying for another motherfucking flight and another night to stay. Like, you better have your stuff together and ready to go when it's time to go, and be there on time, ahead of time, so you can have some time to get on your flight. Cause baby, my friends Tater Tot and Courage, they ended up having to stay, but me, I caught my flight. It was just too much negativity. I was just like, I gotta go while things are still okay. Like, I don't want to be out here no more. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta go. Like, let me know when y'all get home. But it was just like too much for me. Like, I don't like stuff like that, and that's just like why I just like separate myself from females and just fall back. Like, just I had to fall back from the females. Like, and it's cool with me. Taught me a valuable lesson. So, never go on vacation with broke bitches, miserable bitches, mad bitches, sad bitches. Or flat ass bitch, like no, I'm playing. Just watch your surroundings and have a blessed day.